Have you ever caught yourself thinking like, do my friends actually like me, or does my partner really love me? And then you're thinking, are they mad at me? And then you're like, wait, I didn't even do anything wrong. Well, if that sounds like you and you constantly need reassurance, then this video might just be for you. So grab your notebook and pen and let's jump into it. All right, let's talk about anxious attachment. So you might be thinking, do I have it or do I not? It's when you constantly crave reassurance from other people and you constantly have this need to feel validated by them. It's like your brain's on this constant loop of, do they really like me, or am I just too much for them, or are they going to leave me, or was that last text too much? Well, don't worry, this isn't going to be you forever. It's just a pattern that we need to break. So we're going to break this down into steps so you can step into your confident and secure era. Number one is know your triggers. So you need to understand when these anxious thoughts pop up. So it might be when someone ignores you, when someone sends you late replies, it's when someone has unclear plans. So all of these things might cause you to have these anxious thoughts. So you need to pinpoint it so you can save yourself before you start spiraling out of control. So usually it's not the act in the moment that is triggering us, it's deeply rooted in something else, usually a trauma that happened in our childhood or even in our adult experience. It's something that's deeply rooted within us, and that is why that thing in the moment is triggering us. So it might not be someone's late reply that's triggering us, it might be the fact that we were neglected as when we were a child, or when someone ignores us, then we might think that that's what happened when we were a child. People were ignoring us and we didn't feel heard. So it's deeply rooted within something else. So you need to find, what is that trigger linked to? What trauma is that trigger linked to? Dr. Gabor Mate explains this beautifully when he gave the example of when he came back from an event and his wife basically forgot to pick him up from the airport. And then he got in the taxi, went home, and then he was throwing a strop for maybe, I think, 2 days or something. Don't quote me on it. Or maybe it was 1 day, or 2 days, it was something like that. But his wife was just like, all right, stop it now. But that was his reaction, wasn't because she didn't pick him up from the airport, but it's because his mum had to hand him over to someone else during the war. So he felt neglected. So that still traumatizes him, and it still plays an impact in his life when he is literally a 72-year-old man. So don't worry, we all have traumas from our childhood, but we just need to understand them better so it doesn't affect our life so much, because that before probably would have taken him a long time to get back to his normal happy state. But now, because he's aware of his actions, because he studied trauma for so long and he understands it very well, he was able to recover quickly and know what his behavior was because of. It wasn't because she didn't pick him up from the airport, it was because of that trauma that was linked to his childhood. So it's okay to be triggered in the moment, but you just need to be able to pinpoint it and catch it before it ruins all of your relationships. Because trust me, if you have anxious attachment, it probably will, or you'll be dating a narcissist and you just won't be happy. You need to be secure within yourself, so you have to catch these triggers. So growing up, I always carried this invisible weight on my shoulders, and at that time I didn't understand it. So my father wasn't around that much, and his absence caused this hollow space in my life that I was always trying to fill subconsciously, because I didn't know I was doing that. And I was also raised hearing the narrative if you don't have a man in your house, you're shown as weak. And as a young girl, I internalized this belief. So it wasn't just a phase in my life, it became a part of my identity that shaped basically the way I saw the world and myself. And this idea basically planted the seed in my head that I need a man to feel secure and strong and validated, basically. So in my head there was this checklist, if you have a man, then you'll finally feel secure and you'll finally feel validated and you won't be so weak in the world. But the fear of being abandoned and just being left behind and just not being good enough also grew alongside it. And this basically turned out to, you guessed it, anxious attachment. So I was holding on to relationships even if they were treating me so badly. I was holding on to them because I was so scared of being abandoned because of this thing that was rooted in my trauma from childhood. But I didn't understand it at that time because obviously I was too young to understand it. Well, not too young, but I just didn't understand it at that point and I had no one to explain it to me. So I learned through my experiences, and that is why I think it's so important to be so secure in yourself. Even if you don't have present parents, or even if you don't have a good family household, everyone's not loving or whatever, it's so important to be so secure in yourself so that no one can ever take advantage of you, because people do that. People don't care where you come from, and especially if you come from a household that's not so loving or so together, then they think that they can take advantage of you because they see you as weak. So I don't want anyone to ever take advantage of you, because trust me, I've been there. I know what this all feels like. So don't ever feel like you are not lovable. You are lovable, and you are lovable because God made you. God made you, and God created you for a reason. You are God's image. So don't ever think you are not lovable, because you are, okay? Don't let the world ruin you. You're supposed to be as pure as a baby, and everyone loves babies, right? Everyone loves babies. So that's how we are supposed to be internally. We're not supposed to be this unhealed person walking around. So I want you to go inside, do the work inside before you go and find like a partner, or before you go and find friends. When you see that people are not treating you right, don't stay. Don't think that this is all that I will get. No, you will only get that if you internally believe that this is all I will get. But if you know inside when someone is not treating you right, whether that's friends, whether that's siblings, whether that's your like cousins or your partner, whoever it is, you know inside. But you need to let go of that fear. And you need to believe in something bigger than yourself, literally. Because when you believe in something bigger than yourself, you know that something more powerful can help you. And that is why God helped me so much, because I felt like something like I deserve more, and I know I will get more. And that is what helped me to grow up so much and heal myself so much. So you need to truly believe that you can save yourself. God will help you. You just need to save yourself. You just need to take that first step, and God will hold your hand. So don't ever think that you are not lovable, or you're going to be abandoned by people. Don't ever think like that. You are lovable. You will have secure relationships. You just need to believe it internally first. So number 2 is stop the overthinking spiral. So once you know that trigger, you can stop it there and then, because you don't want it to spiral out of control, because then you're going to be thinking, do they really love me? Oh my God, are they cheating on me? Are they doing this, that, the other? You won't be able to think clearly. Okay. We always want to be thinking with a clear and sound mind. Your mind literally loves to create drama. So pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this actually true? 9 times out of 10, it's not. Your mind is just making up nonsense, and it's just trying to get you in panic mode. So you need to learn to control that mind and be like, this is not true. And then give the evidence as to why it's not true. Because you might be thinking, do they really love me? Oh my God, maybe they don't love me. But then you need to remind yourself of all the things that they have done to show you that they love you and they respect you. When you start overthinking, you're literally putting all of that energy into that thought. Why do you think when some people, or when you're constantly thinking about someone, they end up texting you or they end up messaging you? It's because you're putting all of that energy into that thought. So if you start overthinking like, oh my God, this person's cheating on me, or this person's doing this, you're constantly putting all of that energy into your mind, and that is what will manifest into your reality. Because the thing is, we can only see 0.0035%. That is what we can see in reality. The rest is subconscious. So what you're thinking most of the time is what is going to show up in your reality. Why? Because then you start behaving how you're thinking. So what you think about most of the time is what's going to show up in your reality. So if you are constantly thinking, this person is cheating on me, even if they've done nothing wrong, you're going to start behaving like a crazy person, going up to them like, show me your phone. Where are you at this time? Text me every time you're there. Send me a picture when you're here. Do this, do that. And then you're going to get so on their head that they're going to probably end up going to cheat with someone else, or they'll just become more distant. But that's because you manifested it into your reality. That was just an example. I'm not saying that there's any reason why anyone should cheat. That was just an example I was trying to give you to explain it. Or even if you think that, oh, I'm not deserving enough of this person, you'll keep saying it to that person. That person will start thinking that, oh, why should I be with this person when I can get someone better? Clearly, no. You need to think positively. You need to tell them, oh yeah, you're so lucky to have me. Not in a cocky way, but just like, as a joke, but keep saying it. So then it reinforces it in their head that, oh my God, yeah, I'm so lucky to have her or have him. So don't say negative things. Stop speaking negative things. If you can't say anything good, hold your tongue, literally, because you're manifesting it into your reality. And you don't want to be manifesting negative things into your reality. If you have this anxious attachment, literally say to yourself, oh my God, they love me so much. Oh my God, my friends love me so much. Oh my God, everyone treats me so nicely. They take care of me. They're trustworthy. They're honest. Say all of these things, and trust me, you will literally start believing it, and you'll start seeing it in your reality. But if you start going on the opposite side of the spectrum and you start speaking negativity into your relationships, then that is what will come into your life. Number 3 is you need to validate yourself first. So stop waiting for other people to validate you, for other people to show you that you are lovable or that you are valuable. No, we're going to affirm every single day. We're going to say to ourselves, I am valuable. I am enough. I am lovable. That is what you need to say to yourself every single day. Literally, go into your room, close the door, and say it out loud. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but you're going to say it many times, and you're going to say it loud, okay? Because in the beginning, you might feel uncomfortable saying it. And it's fine. It's completely fine. I felt uncomfortable when I used to do this. It's completely fine if in the beginning you feel uncomfortable. That is why you can't just say it 3 times, okay? Because in the beginning, you're going to be a bit quiet saying it. Then you're going to get a bit more louder, a bit more confident. Then your shoulders are going to be like, be back, and you're going to hold your posture high because you're saying, I am enough. I am lovable. Maybe in the beginning, you might just be like, I'm lovable. I'm enough. But in the end, you're going to be like, I am lovable. I am enough. And look at yourself in the mirror. If you don't have a mirror in your room, it's fine. Go into the bathroom and do it. Literally, do it behind closed doors when no one's looking at you. Literally, tell yourself, I am enough. I'm lovable. Tell yourself this every single day and say it out loud, okay? You're speaking positivity into your life. You're speaking to yourself with love, the love that you needed, that you didn't get when you was a child, when you was neglected in your life. So go on Pinterest and just type in like affirmations of I am enough or I am lovable, and literally loads of them will come up. There'll be loads of affirmations, or go on Google, wherever, and then just write them down on a piece of paper, write in your notebook, and then literally open that notebook and say it to yourself every single day. In the beginning, the little devil in your head will literally be saying to you that, oh my God, but this is not true. What are you saying? La la la. Literally, you just need to quieten that devil. Okay, I've made a video on how to outsmart the devil and become a god. So you should definitely watch that, because we all have that little devil speaking in our ear that you're not lovable, you don't deserve that, this, that, the other. But no, all you have to do is learn to control it and quieten that devil. And how do you do that? You make the God conscious louder in your ear, okay? So you can do it. Literally keep repeating it, and that little devil will go quieter, and you will step into your God consciousness. Literally, I had a sticky note on my laptop saying I am an image of God, which means I am perfect. It's not meaning it in a cocky way. It just means that I am an image of God, which means I am lovable. I am valuable. God created me for a reason. I'm not just here for no reason. So you literally need to speak to yourself with love. Speak to the child in you that needed that love. So every time you're being harsh to yourself, think of your baby self. Literally look at a picture of when you was a child and just speak to that person. So don't speak to yourself harshly like everyone else in the world did, and they didn't give them that love and attention that they needed at that time. Speak to that kid, to that child, how you wished someone spoke to you when you was that age. So find where it stems from and try to heal that part of you. Try to understand that this was not my fault, but it does not mean I'm not valuable. I am valuable, because when you was born, everyone showed you love. That is how everyone should show you love now. So you need to show yourself, I am valuable, I am loved, and keep repeating those affirmations to yourself every single day. Number 4 is get comfortable being solo. Now, this is literally the best thing that you can do for yourself when you have anxious attachment. Why? Because you don't feel like you need someone to feel at peace, to feel at ease. You just literally need yourself. And the thing is, you are living with yourself 24/7. So you need to be comfortable with who you are. You need to love who you are. And no one else can make you feel like you are loved as much as you can. Okay? Another person can make you feel loved, but even if you have that love from that other person, you might not feel at home and at ease within yourself. Why? Because you haven't been able to love yourself. And the only way you can do that is get comfortable with sitting alone. Go do things that you love, or start exploring hobbies. And this will just help you to love the time with yourself. You need to love spending time alone, okay? Because when someone comes in, they're just adding to you. They're not your whole world, okay? You're not going to make them your whole world. You're still going to feel secure, and then they just add to you. You don't need to make someone your whole world, okay? You need to make yourself you are your world, okay? You need to be secure in yourself. You need to feel at home within yourself. No one else can make you feel at home. Even if you're sitting at home with your family, you might still not feel at home. You might still feel so anxious that there's so many problems in the family that you don't even feel at home there. You don't feel at peace there. So that's why it's so important to make peace within yourself. Make a secure, safe place for yourself. No one else can do it for you. When you have made a chaotic mental space in your mind, you will never feel like you belong. No matter with how many people you have around me, how many friends, how many family members, no matter, even if you have a partner, if you have an unclear mind and it's messy and it's always like shouting at you, screaming at you, like you don't belong, no one loves you, la la la, no matter how many people show you that they love you, you will never feel that love. because you haven't cleared your mind up here. That is why it's so important to be comfortable with who you are. Try to understand yourself. Everything comes from within. Everything starts with you. And when you understand yourself, you won't feel the need to be constantly validated by other people to make you feel loved and valued. Number 5 is choose a partner or friends that match your energy. So if you've got anxious attachment issues and you've got a fear of being abandoned, you need to find a partner who loves spending time with you, who loves texting you all the time. Don't go for the other extreme of the spectrum thinking that, okay, so I need to get someone who's super independent so I can learn of them, or so that I start becoming super independent. No, you need to find someone who matches your energy and who will love you and show you the love that you need, because there'll be a person out there with the same attachment issues. So it's okay. When you come together, you'll show each other that you love each other so much that you'll start to become independent in that relationship. So it basically heals both of you. So don't go for someone who is unavailable to you. Go for someone who has your same issues, because then you are able to heal yourselves together, because you won't be questioning whether they love you or not. They show you. They literally say to you every single day, I love you so much. They literally go and buy you flowers. They literally take you on dates. They all the time want to hug you or spend so much time with you. Whenever they get a chance, they want to spend that time with you. So they will show you. You don't even need to be begging for their attention or asking for them to give you love. Choose someone that matches your energy. If you need someone to show you that you are lovable or that you deserve affection or that you are valued by doing all of these affectionate things, then just find someone who can do that for you. There is so many people in the world. You can find someone who can do that for you. Because trust me, we all have like these traumas, these unhealed parts of us, and then you guys can come and heal together, because no two people are like completely healed. No, when you come together, you help each other heal. That is a healthy relationship. So don't go looking for a man or a woman who doesn't know how to show emotion. Go for someone who can show emotion, who can show affection, who makes you feel loved and safe. Number 5 is communication is key, baby. So you have to communicate your triggers to your partner or even to your friends if you want. The internal work is important, but you can also voice how you're feeling and your partner will adjust themselves. So if they do something that triggers you, you can just let them know that this is what is triggering me. Please, could you stop it? Or this specific word is triggering me. Please, could you stop it? Or I need just a little bit of more love and affection. Because the thing is, in the beginning of the relationship, say we're talking about relationships, in the beginning of the relationship, you might need the person to show you a bit more love. And it's okay. If they can, they will do it, and that's fine. If they can't, then they'll tell you, you guys can go find someone else. But if you need that in the beginning, it's completely fine, because in the beginning, it will help heal you. And then afterwards, you'll become more independent anyways, because then you start to love and trust them, and you start to trust yourself as well more. So communication is key. Tell them what you want, what you expect from the relationship, what triggers you. Because the thing is, if they love you enough, they will try and help you in every way possible. And if they don't, you'll realize this, because in an argument, if they bring up that trigger, you know that is not your person, because they should not be doing that, because they know that is an unhealed part of you that needs healing. And them bringing it up when you told them, hoping that they will keep it safe and keep you safe and protect you, that is not your person. So get rid of that person. I'm not going to lie, this is not an easy journey, okay? But it is possible. You can do it, and you will do it. You will jump over that barrier, okay? Just have faith in yourself and just start with loving yourself a little bit more every single day. Getting older and wiser also definitely helps. So it helped me. I was able to understand myself much better, especially because I didn't have anyone around me that could teach me these things. So I was literally just going through life, trial and error, and not really understanding why I was doing certain things. But as I got older, as I spent more time with myself, literally solitude is so important to understand yourself. And when you understand yourself, you don't need anyone else. Literally, you don't need anyone else. You don't need anyone to validate you. You don't need anyone to make you feel sexy. You don't need anyone to tell you that you are lovable. You don't need none of that, because you validate yourself. So if you do one thing, please, it's start spending more time with yourself. Start trying to understand yourself more, because it's so difficult when you don't have anyone to teach you these things. But I'm very happy that you gave me the time to teach you what I learned over the years. So I'm nearly 30 now. It took me a long time to learn it, and it took me a long time to get confident in who I am and understand why I do certain things. So I appreciate you so much that you gave me your time and you picked me to help you on your journey. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much for your time. And just know that anxious attachment is literally just a habit. It's just a habit that you've gotten used to, but now it's time to break that cycle, because any habit can be broken and it can be changed. So we're going to step into our confident and secure era. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Sending you lots of love and light. Till next time.